它是1996年的时候开始，然后如何开始呢？是因为范友的他的一个意向。
那时候是青年使命团台北主任啊，他是荷兰人，他的名字叫佑。那原因是他在荷兰的时候，他在咖啡馆信主。那在来到台湾做宣教工作的时候，神感动他，他说：“是不是在台湾，是不是也有这样的咖啡馆，让人们可以进到咖啡馆，然后可以听到福音？”
然后想要开始一个地方，让一些年轻人能够很轻松的交谈，而且能够透过一些语文上的交换，使得人们能够认识上帝。所以我们就开始这个咖啡馆，因为我们不希望人们来的时候就是好像一个非常严肃的地方，因为许多人对基督教有一些错误的观念，希望透过 Rock 这样的一个咖啡馆，一个轻松的平台，许多人能够认识神。
And right here on the Ingjuan Road, it was the Night Market Street. He found a place on the second, third floor, and he actually asked Don and a couple of leaders, there was 4 of them all together that came to the place and actually prayed and felt God say yes, and this is the place they were supposed to start it in.
咖啡馆仍然算是在一个非常热闹的地方，所以租金要说很便宜也很难，但是真的是因为神的缘故，然后神就赐下了这个地方，然后那个时候算是超级世界便宜，然后我原本就到现在都没有什么账户，可是他那时候就是跟听我们分享完之后，房东他就是说好，那我也不要太高，就是这样的一个价钱。
And they just prayed and felt like this was it, and so they just went for it. And I think from that point on, God just continued to bless the ministry. And as we got to be involved in it, we were especially blessed to be a part of it. The first time that the Rock opened, there was actually a team that came from Texas. And we had no idea that they had the talents that they had, and they had no idea they were coming to Taiwan.
And on that team, there just happened to be an artist, there just happened to be a carpenter, just the different skills that were needed to actually make this coffee bar happen. So they built a bar that they could use for serving. They were able to paint the logo up on the wall and just really make it a fun, warm place. And at the same time, someone came to Yo and said, hey, we're closing down this bar. There's tables, there's chairs, whatever you need, come and you can just take it for free.
And we just said, sure, we'll take everything that's inside. We'll clean it out for you. We'll clean the whole place out. So we went and just got the moving truck, and we got the chairs and the tables. We took the huge mirrors off the wall that you can still see at the Rock today. The bar refrigerator. There was a huge air conditioning which we took, and then we traded with an air conditioner shop for a smaller unit that could fit on the ceiling. So we had everything we needed to start. The whole place was decked out basically for free. There was really God's confirmation on, yes, this is what I want. I want this ministry to start. Lots of people at the time were very skeptical about the place because it's very different. I mean, 20 years ago, it's a very different time from now. I mean, this area, that area that we are in is a bit of a red light district, let's put it that way.
Yeah, when people first were getting to know about the Rock, it was like, sometimes they'd be a little frightened. You'd see, what's up there? Because they couldn't see up on the second floor. And the entryway was a lot darker than it is today. But then when they got there, they would just love the place. And it became like a little family almost.
You know, just to have those first contacts, to be able to talk to them and to start the ministry. They could talk to their friends and share about the place, that there's nothing dodgy going on there. So it's okay, go and get a free drink. They really are for free, because people really did not believe it in the beginning. It was very difficult.
那时候就是有一个还算蛮有名的一个电视台，我不知道他们怎么知道消息的，然后他们居然跑来Rock 来访问我们，然后访问完之后呢，我们就上了所谓那一天的新闻， 然后他们就介绍我们说这是个什么样的地方啊，它在哪里啊，然后还有点像是帮我们做广告，所以我觉得这是真的是神为我们打广告。
我是在杨梅当 DTS 的童工，然后我们带学生来到磐石咖啡馆，1个礼拜大概2次吧。我们就是开车来到淡水来帮忙咖啡馆的服务。
从杨梅到淡水来回要3个小时，咖啡馆服务结束之后，回到杨梅已经快12点，甚至到1点的时间，所以基本上每次回到杨梅都非常累，但是我们每一次去的时候都很享受在咖啡馆的时间因为看到人们信主，跟人家聊天神真的是透过这个咖啡馆做了很大的事情。
我觉得刚开始在咖啡馆服侍的时候，其实蛮好玩的，因为你会看到在这个社区里面，原来有这么多年纪不同的人，可是他们还是愿意来到这里。然后可能有国小的学生，他们来，他们就觉得哇，饮料免费，所以就是一直喝一直喝，那你就要不能喝太多哈。然后那还有像国中、高中，那他们可能来就会问一些英文的问题啦，或是学校课业的问题。那也有人会问一些交友的问题。那如果年纪比较大的，他们也会来到咖啡馆，就是谈他们的梦想，他们像梦想实现了没有？所以其实我觉得蛮好玩的，可以认识很多不同年龄阶层的人，而且这个很特别的是他们来到这里，所以我们就有机会可以跟他们聊天。
My husband actually started to pioneer the SBS down in kind of the Shilling area, and of course we knew about the ministry up here in Danshui, and as we kind of found out about it, we felt like the Lord wanted us to support it. To do training is wonderful, but if you don't do anything with your training, then it doesn't make much sense. So we felt like it was the perfect fit. Yo had this vision for evangelism, he had a vision for the lost, and God gave him the place and he prayed for it, and we just felt like the two kind of went hand in hand.
We actually would go in and just help at the Rock once or twice a week and just serving there. After about 1.5 years, Don Gilman had brought to our School of Biblical Studies just a prayer request that we had names of over 100 people that had either come to the Lord or were interested in knowing more about God. They were hungry, but unfortunately there was no one following them up. There wasn't a church we could pass them to, and from this we actually prayed and we just closed down the School of Biblical Studies for a year, and a group of us, of staff and a few students, actually moved up here and just started more full-time working here in Danshui. When we first moved up here, we did a survey around the area, and one of the questions we had was, if there was any way we could serve the community, what would it be?
Probably the last thing that we wanted to do was to teach English. None of us, we really felt like we don't want to teach English, we're here as missionaries, but as we did a survey in the community, all their answers were that was what the community asked for, can you teach us English?
So the first thing we did was start a kids English class, because we felt that was the easiest and that would serve the community. And me and Denise spent hours preparing for the first 2-month English class for kids. And the first day I remember we had 4 kids show up. And we were like, oh my goodness, is this really worth it? And as we prayed, we felt like God said, just be faithful with what you were given and see me do a work. And it's fun because by the end of that 2 months, we had 20 kids that were coming.
English was the biggest thing. Everybody wanted to learn English. It was a way to get to know people, to offer a place where people could send their kids on a Wednesday afternoon to learn some English pretty much for free. people that actually came to know Jesus through the Rock ministry actually started a church together with some of the staff. And even people out of that ministry have gone into TTS and into missions. I think the Rock Church is a really clear thing that God has done something here. He has taken people through this ministry and raised them up to be His disciples.
其实，我大概去到咖啡馆4年左右，然后我已经听了无数人跟我传福音。最让我听得进去是之前有一名宣教士，他叫做 Don， 他特别的就是坐下来跟我聊基督是什么，基督在他生命当中做什么。那我也可以透过他的家人能够看到什么样叫做基督。
One night I got off the work or school, I kind of forgot, and I walk on the street and I passed by Yingzhuan Road and one foreigner. And in Taiwan culture, we love foreigners, so I walked by and I was like, foreigner! So I got like one step back and got a flyer. So I got into the Rock Coffee Bar because I always call my story like one step back. So the moment for me is God's grace, like because I step back, then I got saved.
因为我刚开始去的时候，我的目的是为了学英文嘛。那学英文的过程中，都会跟外国人聊天，然后他们会跟我分享福音，然后他们也会分享说为什么他们来到台湾。就讲到说他们来台湾是为了让人可以认识耶稣是谁，那我就说耶稣是谁呢？所以呢，他就告诉我关于整个福音是什么。那其实第一次听到福音的时候，我完全听不懂，然后我也觉得在说什么？对，那其实我是花了2年的时间，更认识这位神，还有身边的朋友，就是他们很爱我，然后我觉得透过他们对待我的方式，我觉得他们很不一样。所以大概2年之后，我就决定成为基督徒，受洗成为基督徒。然后当然也有台湾的同工，台湾人有跟我分享。那我觉得台湾人做的部分比较是后面的跟进，就是说可能我认识神，我还有很多的问题，然后他们讲中文可以回答我，然后就我们每个礼拜都会见面一次，然后这样子来门训我，带领我来认识更多认识上帝是谁。
In September of 2012, Don came and asked me if we could meet with him, and I thought that he was going to ask maybe for me to serve in like an elder position or something, just because I felt like God was speaking to me a burden for the church. But then he ended up asking us to lead the church, which we were very surprised, and that took a lot of prayer, and yeah, in the end we felt like that's what God wanted us to do. So that's how that happened. It's very interesting because God asked us to do that in September, and then shortly after in November he passed away. So I felt like that was really very much in God's hands, like God knew what he was doing. I hope that God will continue to grow our members, help us know Him better, and through that we would hope that God will equip our members to be able to give out and serve the community and just multiply.
We really want to live out the truth, and local Taiwanese people can see the difference, and more like the nation of Taiwan can come to Jesus.
在磐石咖啡馆有最夸张的发单张的方式，就是 有人能够制造假车祸，就躺在路中央，然后就一堆人就过来看，我们的工作人员看到，就大家聚集过来的时候，我们就过去发传单给大家。这个是你大概这一辈子没有看过最厉害的发颁奖的方式。
When Wagner stands up and shares his stories, I'm really going to miss that. I love that.
Wagner just steps up, he's like, all right, everybody, I've got a Bible story to share with you. And he just goes to town sharing his Bible story. And everyone is laughing in these moments, and everyone's inspired, and then it just sparks conversations. And I think those are some of my favorite memories.
I remember hearing about, when I was in Montana, back in the late 90s, hearing about the idea of the rock. I remember Ron telling me that the guys in Taiwan are starting this thing. The SBS is like, they're taking a break, they're gonna start the rock. And I remember hearing about that, and to think that was 20 years ago. And now to be able to be here and sitting in this place and actually being a part of it is like, it's just a privilege. I'm so blessed.
When we came to check Taiwan out, it was 2001. And we came because we were praying about moving to Taiwan, and we came and stayed with the Gilmans, and they took us here to Danshui. And I remember going to the Rock for the first time and sitting out back in the back tables with Chuck, and some of the other students were there. Nash was there at the bar, and we had so much fun. They were just so welcoming and
brought all kinds of food.
Brought all kinds of food that we had never eaten before, and went and got a free Coke. And honestly, that week, just the time that we spent at the Rock, time we spent at the Gilmans, just showing us around, like, it really did capture our hearts.
We were in.
God is, he's kind of expanded us. First we just started very simple, just inviting people in, and over time we have people coming from all different nations, and we found that everyone has a gift. So we've done baking classes, we've done Korean classes, we've done Japanese classes, we've done so many different things, dance classes, now we have a guitar class, and I feel like it's a place that we can use the gifting that God's given us to reach out to the community. The heartbeat has stayed the same. I think the whole reason the Rock has always been there is because I think God just gave us a strategic place that we can actually preach the gospel.
很多的邻居就是有点像看好戏的感觉，就像哦，你们没有钱哦，看你们到底可以撑多久？1年了不起吧，2年了不起吧。
Many shop owners did not believe we would last. They could not fathom that we could be paying rent year after year and giving drinks away for free.
但是20年来，我们看到神是信实的。我们咖啡馆从来没有倒闭过，但是我们看到底下的商家、底下的店，一次又一次的换了不同的人不同的店，所以我们看到真的是一个伟大的一个见证是神的工作在这个咖啡馆里面。
我觉得很兴奋，可以庆祝磐石咖啡馆20周年的纪念日，因为我觉得磐石咖啡馆在英专路上已经20年了屹立不摇，都没有改变。因为我们知道我们做神要我们做的事，我们知道我们做对了，那也看到很多人透过磐石生命被改变。
我看到 Rock 不是一个人的工作，因为 Rock 有很多的宣教士，外国宣教士或是台湾的同工，过去20年来有人来去，可是上帝他一直都在，而且他使用不同的人，他使用不同的团队放在一起，然后来传福音给台湾人。所以透过 Rock 看到是上帝对台湾人的爱是很深的，然后过去20年他也没有改变。那我觉得很感动的是，上帝把不同的人在不同的时间放到一个小小台湾、小小的咖啡馆里面，然后是不同的国家的人，然后再服侍他，我觉得是很酷的一件事情，因为我们都不一样，可是我们服侍是同一位上帝，要让大家认识同一位耶稣这样。
This thing in my heart that I feel strongest about is that the Rock is really a gift from the Lord, and when the Lord gives you a gift, it's just really special to be able to take that gift and just really treasure it. And I feel that way about the Rock, that it will always be a treasure in my heart.
Today it's a really special day to celebrate God's faithfulness, but we also get to celebrate the people that make the Rock what it is. Whether you go there every night, whether you go there every week, whether you've only been there once, you have a part of the Rock's history. We celebrate you, and we celebrate the people who faithfully said yes to God for the past 20 years. I think about how, Jesus said to his disciples, you will do even greater things. And I think at this point we can only say that we will see greater things, like there will be greater things.
I just want to wish the Rock Cafe a happy 20th anniversary, and may God bless you with many more years.
磐石咖啡馆祝你生日快乐！